To visit a loved one who has passed is a wish of many. How would you commemorate a significant person in your life? Day of the Dead is a cultural event in which Mexicans remember their loved ones through celebration. I've been studying cultural practices for 10 years now, and in all of my life, I have never seen something so beautiful as this event. Engaging in research for this event has been the highlight of my career. This is an event that is meant to celebrate the lives of missed loved ones. Everything about this event is important, from the history of its existence, the attire that it makes to make the event vibrant, and the food to make it a cultural necessity to enjoy. Let's start off with how Day of the Dead became to be. Day of the Dead is a holiday that was created to celebrate the life of loved ones that are no longer here. Key rituals are practiced as a way to show appreciation to the dead. According to Regina Marchi, author of an article from the Journal of American Folklore, states that key ritual practices include sprucing up family grave sites by weeding, cleaning, and repainting them, as well as refurbishing gravestones and crosses. Awaiting Day of the Dead is a time many families cherish. Children would often play games, and loved ones would sing and pray over headstones as a way to connect and appreciate the dead. This event has influenced and sparked other non-cultures to partake in Day of the Dead, to commemorate their loved ones. Being respectful to the Mexican tradition has always been a very important thing to people of non-Latin cultures. American museums actually partake in showcasing the history of the event, and museums are very, very careful with showcasing aspects in respect to Mexican culture and the rituals pertaining to Day of the Dead. However, making sure not to practice the rituals. Now that we've covered all the history behind Day of the Dead, let's talk about the attire. There is a historical significance behind the attire for Day of the Dead. The skeletal makeup and costumes are meant to be in remembrance of the dead. The dress-up portion of this event is for participants to feel closer to their loved ones. The outfits are as colorful with skeletal makeup to participate in Day of the Dead. This is so that participants can resemble the dead, so that if they were to arise, it will be as if they never left. Logan Ward of the National Geographic states many revelers wear shells or other noisemakers to amp up the excitement, and also possibly to rouse the dead and keep them close during the fun. Those who participate want to have a connection with their loved ones, but to look the part as well for deeper connection. The skeletal makeup and the attire are also known to mimic the death. Death is not feared due to practice of the holiday. It's meant to get relatives comfortable with the idea of knowing that as long as they participate in the holiday, they will see their loved ones again. Children are encouraged to partake as well. This is to ensure that they will have a constructed idea of what death is meant to be. Now that we've went over the attire, let's go ahead and talk about what's on the menu. The food prepared for the Day of the Dead is one of the most important aspects for Mexicans. For the culture, it's believed that loved ones who pass on must be hungry from traveling from the human world to the spirit world. There is a food placed everywhere for loved ones to come around and be able to enjoy festivities together, so that's not looked as sad. According to Stanley Brandis, author of Iconography for Mexico's Day of the Dead, states that Mexican food offerings in this are so many, from colonial times to represent, to explicitly playing the Matori themes, including skulls, skeleton, and caskets. Food is purposely placed around the areas so that they can feel welcome. Now, let's bring it full circle. In closing, the history of the dead, the attire that is carefully constructed, and the food that is made in remembrance of the lost loved ones are put together to create an event that will create memories to last forever. Day of the Dead is a monumental event for the Mexican culture that is meant for participants to live through their ancestors. The execution of Day of the Dead is ethereal, and people coming together to see their loved ones again is something many want to achieve.